What's going on, everyone? How are y'all doing out there? It's B. Avery and my home slice downstairs, Mr. Lamont Tyson. We are talking Trouble Man, full spoilers, directed by Mr. Michael Jai White. That is what the gentleman looks like right there. Lamont, right before we hit record, man, you were laughing, you was giggling. What was so funny, man? Let us know, and also let us know how you felt about Trouble Man.
Golly, how do I do this? Be able love to put people on the hot seat.
Yes.
Let me try to preface this by saying I'm a big fan of Michael Jai White. I've actually reached out to his representative because I wanted to work with him, and they told me I can't even get a letter to the man unless I got 3 million in the bank and I can send them a copy of it.
Hmm.
And so I'm laughing at this movie because I'm kind of in the Hollywood game behavior. I've got scripts out there that have been verified by people at Marvel and other places. And you sometimes get those scripts back and they tell you need to do this, you need to do that. And as I watch this movie, I'm really thinking to myself, who greenlit this? That's what I'm thinking, B. Avery.
Hmm.
Because this movie, I think it wanted us to take it seriously, but it had comedy that I don't think they was looking to be comedy in places where there shouldn't have been comedy, but it was comedic. And it gave me a kind of a great value, lesser version of I'm gonna get you sucker. And some would even say this should have been on Tubi. I don't know where it's going. And I hate behavior. I hate to be critical of my black people and their acting and their film because I know it's rough out there for us to get the money for stuff. I hate to be critical, but we have to be honest with our people, be Avery. And so I'm laughing because the things that they do on Tubi that we pick on as mistakes, like you have a guy shoot somebody with a gun, and then when the scene is supposed to be over, you still see the gun on the damn table. There was a lot of that in this film behavior, so I was laughing at that, and I'm trying to keep myself from laughing now.
All right, I'm gonna ask you two quick questions. I want short answers. Um,
Okay,
so you didn't like the movie? Is it safe to say that? And it's fine if you don't.
I like some of the characters in the movie. Didn't
Okay,
care for the movie, but I like some characters in the
okay.
movie.
And I mean, like, did you have any expectations going in? Give me a short answer, and there's a reason why I'm doing that like that.
Yes,
Yeah, okay. It's interesting you said, "Hey, man, it was a comedy." It was some interesting things in there that were comedic, and you don't know if they were supposed to. Yes, Lamont, this is actually an action comedy. That's that's the that's the thing, and it's funny. This came out when this okay. So we're filming this towards the end of October, 2025, and this film came out August 1st of 2025. Now, me going into this, I knew that it was an action comedy, so I wasn't surprised by that. I was going in with a different lens. I asked another creator on YouTube, "Hey, Michael Jai White's coming out with this Trouble Man film. Here is a trailer. You want to review it?" They were like, "Yeah, I like Michael Jai White," and they got the screener and all that information, and they passed on it, and they kind of had the same sentiments that you had or you're having right now. And I think that's just because maybe you went in not knowing that it was an action comedy. Because I will say, I'm a huge fan of Michael Jai White. He's not the best actor in Hollywood. Everybody's aware of that. He's aware of that. That's not even his goal. It's mostly passion projects for himself, in my opinion. But I enjoy his content a lot. But I can admit that this is not his best work. The budget was extremely low in this right here. The production company or distribution company for this was I forgot the name, but it's the same company that did.
Metro Goodwin.
There you
Wasn't it
go.
Metro?
Thank you, Metro Goodwin. The same company did what is that movie right here? Outlaw Johnny Black. I don't know if you saw that film, but that was funny to me as well. I
They
did like Outlaw Johnny Black much more than I did Trouble Man. Have you seen this right here? Came out in 20.
No, but I seen clips, and the clips I seen were like 2 or 3 minutes long, and they were all better than this whole movie. And Metro Goodwin also, They was the producers and distributors for Family Matters, the Steve Urkel show back in my day.
Right, right, right. Okay, okay. But I mean, Lamar, just to be honest with you, man, I mean, this there were some difficult, sections, pieces in this film. I mean, especially the opening. I
Mhm.
when the opening credits was coming in and he got the phone call from was it Mike Epps, just like, hey man, I got this $2,000 for you, 500 now, I'll give you the 1,500 later. That first action scene was a struggle. I'm like, he was filming for the action. You could tell it was super duper choreographed. All the punches and kicks were telegraphed. It just did not look real. And I was like disappointed in Michael. But when he sat down and talked to the guy, kind of like, okay, what did we learn? Take your wife on a vacation, get some therapy, tell her you got beat up in an MMA class at the local Y and the other guy looked worse. I was laughing during those moments. I was. I was also really laughing when Holloway hired the henchman to go kidnap him and take him to the office. And the whole gun in the face scene. I don't care. I'm the one with the gun, mother effer. Now get dressed. That whole like, why am I going? We gonna go downstairs with a gun on my face? It's broad daylight. I was laughing, man. I was laughing. It was funny to me. I mean, did you find any comedy there, or were you just like rolling your eyes the whole time? Like, oh my god, give me a
Rolling, rolling, rolling on a river with Tina Turner, my eyes all over the place. No. And folks, in case we didn't say it, film, TV, and art is subjective
Mhm.
to different groups of people. And when enough group of people come together and say they like something and a dollar say it and the artwork stands out, then that can be something that can be a foundation of what most people generally like. This is not going to be the kind of film where most people are going to generally like it. And we didn't get a chance to just kind of Michael Jai White's character's name, Jackson Jones. He's a retired police officer in private service now. He's got this old flame named Gina chasing him, or he's chasing her. They split up from back in the day because he went to law school and she was trying to do a business. And as B. Avery said, that opening scene where he went into the gym, and me and B. Avery, we're avid gym goers. We lift. So, I'm sure BA was like, oh man, we got a scene in the gym. That first scene, ladies and gentlemen, was just way too much exposition. And it was unrealistic because when the Dr. Bob Myers got his ass kicked, ain't no way somebody gonna get their butt beat like that and let the person sit down beside them and try to have a conversation about doing better. That's just like when you get a ticket from the cop. The cop writes you the ticket after you done pleaded with the cop. Please don't give me a ticket. I don't care my insurance, blah, blah, blah. The cop give you a ticket anyway. Then he want to talk about, so where you going to eat dinner at tonight and shit? Come on, man. Y'all can do Michael Jai.
Really?
Michael Jai. Yes, you could do better than that.
Well,
Michael, don't charge me $3 million next time I reach out.
well, gosh darn
Not
it, we're gonna find something positive in this film. What did you like, Mr. Tyson, if anything at all?
okay. I even though his acting wasn't good, I did like the kind of buddy team up with him and Method Man. I
Okay.
did like the team up.
Yes,
Um, I
team.
like the I like the team up with them two because it went from Michael Jai White being a black kung fu MacGyver to now we kind of got a little ghost and power going on here. And basically, folks, in this film, you got a lot of power reunions here. You got Method Man, you got Lala Anthony playing Jahari. She's the singer that was kidnapped, that
Looking good.
he ultimately, hey, the only thing about her though, I did not care for them Spice Girl space boots she was wearing when she walked her butt to get in that Tahoe when she got kidnapped. I'm looking at them shoes like, girl, you about to be dancing on the moon? And she could have put on something different. I would have been cool with her in that outfit, but I wasn't feeling them space boots. But I
Mm,
did like their camaraderie. I kind of like where Jackson had like an old school code of ethics. He does not like the word nigger, ladies and
right,
gentlemen.
right.
You call him a nigger, he's gonna break your fingers. You call him a nigger twice, he liable to shoot you in the head with a pellet gun. He
No.
does not like the word nigger, and I kind of like that he had that code. But then the story, it was in and out for me. There was parts in there, B. Avery, that I kind of was like, okay, I can get with this. But for the most part, the action, as you said, was super choreographed. It was super goofy. There was one scene, B. Avery, where they came and shot up him at the door with Gina. Gina gets nicked in the shoulder. My man, whoever did the shooting, missed every damn thing. Michael Jai White is able to spin around like he's Michael Jackson in Thriller, run and jump his ass on a van, ladies and gentlemen. 1 foot on the van, then he drop kicks a speeding motorcycle, and they lose the gun all in the same scene. Be honest about it.
Hey,
Don't even try. Be honest, be Avery. Be honest. Stop. Look, see, he don't want. He's trying his best. He don't want to tell. You know, good and damn well, be Avery. That scene was a mess. You know it. You know it.
yes, it was because he didn't get shot. He just turned around and like he just flexed his lats. He did get out of that with luck. And he was defeated towards the end of the film. He was shot in the back of the head with his own pellet gun. If it was a real gun, it would have been game over, murder, all she wrote. Yeah, I'll give you that, but at least it still looked kind of cool, with him doing the dragon kick off the motorcycle. In real life, I want to say it's impossible. You got to be real skilled at that, but it took more than one take. I'm assuming. You mentioned Gina though, his lady. She was ride or die until she got shot. You do know that it is that's his wife in real life, correct?
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. I did not know that.
That's his wife. She's appeared in a number of his films. She's always assisting and helping him out. And so I knew that going in. So when he saw her at the club through the monitor, through the security system, and he walked down the small apartment, I was like, oh, look at them. Husband and wife and husband working together. And then they go back to his house, his penthouse, and she hitting the wooden dummy, and they doing the sticky hands and the circular motion and all that. I'm like, okay. Then it just turns into passionate sex. It was kind of corny, but at the same time, it was cool. You know what I'm saying?
That was a part I liked.
All right. Yes.
I
Yeah.
love that part. I love
right.
getting into a little rough WWE tussle with someone I'm about to get the panty draws from.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that part.
Panty draws. There we go. I hadn't heard you say that in a while. Yeah, that's his wife. So that's cool. I was laughing though because she was like, I sent you flowers and I called you and you hung up in my face. I told you this is not a one. And he was like, he was gone. He was like, I'm upset, but that doesn't mean I don't want to talk about it. He's like, my life is just really messed up right now. I done got into 5 fights in the past 2 days. I am ride or die. And then she got shot. She's like, I don't know about this. I found that kind of funny. Are you laughing? Yes, he's laughing.
Not at that. I'm laughing at another scene that I don't think was supposed to be comedy, but it turned out. So after she sent him those flowers in that vase, excuse me, and the delivery man just steps away, and then 2 dudes pop in there. The guy that had the gun in his face, I think that was the Cat from WCW wrestling back in the day when I was growing up. I think that was the Cat. So, B. Avery, why are they having a 5-minute exposition with a gun in his face, only for him to wind up taking the gun out the man's hand and pulling it on him? Come on, man.
Because it's funny.
That was not. No, that was not
funny. I was laughing. And then
I wasn't.
That fight scene was better than the opening one.
Now the fight scene was better. Yes, fight scene was better, but the comedy didn't land with me. It was kind of like
shucks
slapstick comedy. I think that's the nice way to put it.
About the fighting at the Asian bar where he was like, "Hey, an innocent woman got shot. Whose helmet is this?" And then that's he was pulling out the pellet gun. I enjoyed that.
I like that scene. I did like that scene. I learned that a lot of men from Asia are named Bruce Lee because one of the guys on the motorcycle was punching Bruce.
Yes, it's common. Like what did you say? It's like
now, that was funny. It's common like James Jones or
James Brown.
Yeah.
I was laughing.
Yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
Yeah, I actually got it pulled up right here. He said, hold on, what did he say? My bad. Bruce and Jensen were renegades. Okay, I'm not gonna spend too much time, but yeah, it was funny. Okay, and that was
Yeah.
actually probably one of the funniest parts in the movie to me. So yeah, man, we staying positive over here. So um, what did you think of the Asian chick, Miss Sung? At the end, she had the red on with the sword and all of that. She was beating up Orlando Jones. I just couldn't take a role where I'm getting beat up and like that. That was I like Orlando Jones. We're gonna come back to the Asian lady. Um, but how did you feel about his role of Swerve Records, Mr. Holland?
I
What?
hope that I hope that he took this role for free or he did it for the tax write-off
Oh my goodness.
because the role they gave him was terrible. It was terrible. I mean, when I think of people that play the kind of role he played, I think of Dollar Bill from Players Club, something like that.
You didn't
That's what
like
I think of.
you didn't like him taking on and putting off the shades.
Nah, 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 nah.
You didn't like his wardrobe or his outfit.
No, 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 no.
I don't know.
I didn't even like the man haircut. No. I didn't like the beignet in his head. I didn't like nothing. I wish they would have had somebody else own the record company and been the boss of Jahari. I no. And I like Orlando Jones. One thing I think I want to know and the audience want to know, be Avery. With all these stars, and they be telling people like me who are upstarts in Hollywood, we can't take no pay cut. B. Avery, you cannot tell me that pay cuts was taken in this film. What was the budget for this film? You better not tell me the budget was $3 million when Michael Jai White's agent told me I can't even talk
I'm,
to him
I'm
unless
sure
I show 3 million.
I'm sure it was maybe much cheaper than that with some of the backdrops. I will give you this though. I did like Mike Epps throughout the film up until the third act. I don't know why he ran over there and just randomly hit the axe into the wall to let all the gas out and the whole. Now that was incredible. That whole sequence was incredibly stupid.
Thank you.
It was funny initially, but when he just went over and randomly hit the wall and then came over and interviewed the guy that had the gun in Method Man's face, that was like, okay, what the hell are they doing? But
It
Mike,
it drug on.
Hmm.
They
Well,
like they drug on the whole gas leak and bruh,
okay,
the Asian Double Dragon crew, like they was buying it. Man, no, that wouldn't have happened. No,
so you
not.
didn't like Libby Tran with the tats on
Oh,
her chest?
I loved her. My
I'm
goodness,
pretty
my
sure,
goodness.
yeah, with the red.
Y- Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, whip my ass anytime you want to. Just be able to take it back.
Oh
Okay,
my,
if you you're gonna beat me up, you better be able to take it back how I want to give it to you.
my
Beat me up if you want to, but.
goodness.
Yeah, I liked her. I
You like,
loved all the sisters in this thing. I loved all the sisters in this thing, all of them.
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
liked her. She was the best secretary I've seen in this entire year. She did a great job.
And Keith Sweat, he had the music and all that stuff.
He
We
was
all,
the uncle.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he was the uncle. Now I do have a beef about when they snatched Jahari. It was like within 10 minutes into the movie, 10 minutes into the movie.
Mhm, mhm.
We didn't see her face again until like minute 51.
Okay.
And she's named talent for this film along with Michael Jai White.
Well, I mean, I guess I wasn't really tripping on that, but I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you,
I mean,
Lamont. I'm not mad at you.
I'm look, B, I'm not tripping either. I'm just saying I'm comparing this film with the fiery hoops Hollywood is putting me through as if it's that serious. This movie is a tale to me, B. Avery, that is more about who you know and proximity to who you know that has money than it is about your script having to be super good. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, Michael Jai White did. Let me see. He was the director of this film. He starred in the film. It was his production company. I mean, this is pretty much self-financed, so I don't know if I'm not gonna pretend like I know all of that. I'll ask you this last thing. I did like the action scene towards the end. It was very nice seeing the history lesson that he taught Double Dragon, like you said, about the origin of martial arts and how he entered into how Damo introduced the 18 Hands of Lohan to China. Um, you know, I'm no expert, but it does pique my interest. And it was a decent ass whooping. All the effects were trash. The backdrop, the blue screen, the green screen, whatever you want to call it. You can tell that there was um, really no budget at all when the Asian lady fell off the roof. You know, she didn't hit the car; she hit beside the car. You know, they don't want to spend money on her, you know, destroying a car, which is fine. You know, you're working with what you got. But I mean, at least the kicks and the punches was cool. All the effects were bad. But I was going into this as a fan of Michael Jai White, knowing that it was an action comedy, and I wasn't expecting much. This was not his best. That's why I didn't do a non-spoiler review for this when it first came out. But I still have fun with it, you know, watching it on my at home on my computer. Your final thoughts, sir?
I had higher expectations because I am a super Michael Jai White fan. This man stays in shape. He really and truly knows martial art. This is not the type of cat you really want to run up on in real life, ladies and gentlemen. And I love that him and his wife are able to take on projects together and do this together as a team. That always makes me feel happy to see them doing this. I just I just want to know, where is this movie going to be distributed at? Where was it distributed at first? Is it like, you buy it from Amazon? I asked B. Avery offline, is it going to Tubi? That's all I want to know. And those are my final thoughts.
Um, to answer your question, it was I think it was just released online on demand. I don't know what streaming platform. I'm trying to find that now. I don't know if I'll be able to in time, but yeah, I don't know. You're gonna have to somebody gonna have to Google it or chat
Okay.
GPT it or something like that. But guys, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you're watching this on my channel, please subscribe to Lamont's channel. Link is in the description. If you're watching this on Lamont channel, please subscribe to my channel. And right now, guys, Tyler Perry does have a new film coming out called Tyler Perry's Finding Joy. It will be released on Amazon Prime next Wednesday, November the 5th. Okay. So in anticipation with this, I didn't like the movie Straw. I thought it was trash. And I was talking to Kim. I was like, hey, you know what? Straw was trash, but 688 was good. Let's go through all of the Tyler Perry movies and just talk about the ones that we do like in anticipation for this new film right here. And so that's what we're doing on my channel. I'm having like a little Tyler Perry marathon, just reviewing all of the Tyler Perry movies that we do like. I'm doing separate reviews by myself, and I'm also doing spoiler reviews with Kimberly. So right now we got Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Medea's Family Reunion, Dad's Little Girls, Good Deeds, I Can Do Better on Myself, Why Did I Get Married, Family to Praise. And I got the spoiler ones coming too. So just subscribe if we're doing like all of his movies. And so it's going to be uploads all the way up until December. So if you are a Tyler Perry fan, it is going down. But guys, we just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget, I'm B. Avery. That's Lamont, and that's just our opinion. Peace out, and we'll see you next time.